I'm going to lay out a few things here that have come up recently, especially since Wednesday, and I'm going to lay these things out. Um, Number one, because of the events on Wednesday, I've made several decisions of things that I'm going to do. One thing, I really was going to retire. I truly was. I was tired of publishing. I was ready to just pull back, turn the butcher shop over to people that were in it and everything, and just take off to the desert and enjoy life. Okay? And that is the truth. That is what I was going to do. Let me show you something here. Okay. Anyway, that's what I was going to do. Because of the events leading up to Wednesday and everything, I decided, well, I've got to stay involved a little while. Got to stay involved. So I began to, investigate and look and try to find out what was, what happened and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to teach you guys some things about public media that you probably won't find anywhere. Some things I can't tell you, some things I can. But I will try to just get as straight to the point as I can. Number one, the four buses. This thing about the four buses full of Antifa. Okay, I heard that drift across the airways, and I know this to be reasonable because this bunch of hoodlums descended on Austin about a year ago, and their mode of transportation was charter buses. I saw this with my own eyes, so don't tell me it didn't happen. I saw it. They get off, they head to the Capitol, and they start doing Antifa things. Okay, they start doing that. Really happened. They don't look like Antifa until they get to the site that they intend to attack. Okay, they look like anything from college students to Trump supporters. This is what really happens. Okay, then they get out there and. Like one Antifa girl decided to slap a state trooper's horse in the mouth and everything, and somebody kind of took the horse and stomped her face off a little bit. It didn't kill her, but she messed up her mask. But anyway, there. This thing about the buses came up on Doc Green's show and everything. I truly have not looked into that in depth, but I'm going to. Because if Doc Green says he saw buses, he probably saw buses. So I'm going to find out where them buses went, who they were, and all that. Now, here's the way mainstream media does this, okay? It goes from somebody like Doc says, I thought I saw four buses full of these hoodlums, and now it's, there's only one Antifa, alleged Antifa, involved that's going to have charges, and we're not even sure if that's a current photo of him or a current event. In other words, there was no Antifa there. If you believe that, have I got a bridge for you, and it's on sale. This is why I'm a Texan and not American, because Americans are stupid. Okay. Anyway, the other thing is, I was a member, I think I still am until I put this video up, of Mr. Robert Beatty's website, where he's on this Kent Hovind guy, which is guy's a tailbone, and I support Robert all the way. He's a friend. I thought that this site was like a news site. I was led to believe, well, it's called Kent Hovind's Worst Nightmare, but it's really a site where we discuss certain things and all this kind of stuff. So when Doc sent me some footage, of what happened in Washington from his own cell phone, and I put it up. Something you wouldn't find on CNN. Some raw footage, some good stuff, Immediately, I was descended upon by one member told me, oh, please stop. Let me go to my safe room. Come on. And I thought, oh, well, whatever. And then I was descended upon by one of the administrators, who told me they were going to ban me for 24 hours if I didn't do this and didn't do that. And I said, well, get it. And they did. They banned me, which funny. Actually, I thought, look at this. Oh boy, here we are, here we are. I don't worry about stuff. I do not base my plans on two ladies on a Facebook page. I mean, all the things I worry about in this life, that's not even in the top 10, okay? All due respect, ladies. I know that you're very serious and everything, but no, don't worry about it. But anyway, we're going back to the buses and everything. I am researching that. Now, as far as me being vague, okay, I deal with things that are very, very, very touchy. When we went to Utah, me and my business partner, Ted, we got involved in a child sex trafficking operation that was going on up there. When you're dealing with people like that, I don't care what your preacher says or your mommy or anything like that, you're going to step over the line just a little bit. They were buying and selling little girls. Okay? And we can split them hairs all we want. That's what they were doing. And they're not doing it no more. Did we maybe slip over the law a little bit? Oh, yeah, most likely. Do I openly discuss it in public media? No. Mm-mm. My family was also, last week, being investigated yet again by the Child Protective Services. Frankly, I didn't have time to mess with them this time because I had this thing going on in Washington and the butcher shop and everything. 4 days later, that case was closed. Did I step over the line? Sure did. Can I tell you what I did? Nope, not going. Not going. Are the little girls safe? Mm-hmm. Sure are. Right. See, my motto comes from the prophet Brigham Young. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And I'll go with that. But I do take a little myself. Right. Robert is a good friend. I will continue to work with him on Kent Hovind and Francesca. I'll continue to do that to help Robert. Will I play hobnob with a couple of ladies that want to play campus police? Probably not. Probably not. I put up in a comment section on there the link to the butcher shop, where if you want to know what we're up to, just go to that link and it's all right there. I don't have to put daily comments up or anything like that. You just go there, you'll see what we're up to. And I'm not going to take the chance of putting an article up that I worked on, and let's see, and then some lady in Mishawaka, Indiana, doesn't like it, and she's an administrator, so she zaps me. I don't have time to play with that. In fact, I'm not going to play with that. That is asinine. Now, what happened on Wednesday? Everybody has to be on one side of the line or the other. Either it was the Trump supporters trying to tear the Capitol up, or it was Antifa, and Trump caused it all when he made that speech. That speech that Donald Trump made was a little bit asinine, in my opinion. It was a little bit asinine. You get out there with a bunch of people who are fired up, and you start telling them, go get it, go get it, go get it. But I will say this. Compared with the size of the crowd and compared with the number of people who actually entered the Capitol with malicious intent, it wasn't the Trump supporters in mass doing that, okay? That would then not happen. The Capitol Police herded a lot of those people into a stairwell and fired tear gas canisters at them. They really did that, folks. They really did. The only police officer that was on the grounds that day was Mr. Sicknick, I think, or Brian. I'm calling Brian, who gave his life trying to defend the Capitol building. That was the only police officer that was there. Everybody else was an also-ran. Okay, and that's a fact. You can get just as mad as you want to get. Okay, period. That upset me. But as far as was Antifa there? Yes, they were there. I know they were there because I have information that I'm withholding from you for legal reasons. I know they were there. And I know what they intended to do. And if you want to see the proof of it, start reading y'all like to Google so much, okay? Why don't you Google How many of them people in that damn building were carrying zip ties? What were they carrying zip ties for? Were they going to put it on their sandwich bags for their lunch? Why were the people inside the Senate chamber being told, take your pin off so you can't be identified? Why were they doing that? Huh? Why? Okay. But there wasn't any Antifa in there. No. There was nobody like that in there and everything. You know, that's why, like I said, that's why I'm a Texan and not an American. Because Americans are stupid.